What's up, you guys? I'm back. If you're catching me on the replay, let me go ahead and show you. First of all, if this is your first time watching me on Periscope, my name is Stacey Barnes and I am a marketing strategist for makers of handmade goods. Hello, welcome. And if you want, you can download my free marketing jumpstart kit for makers of handmade goods at brandonblossom.com. brandonblossom.com. This is a duo sign. I had a Periscope earlier with the Perry girls, for my Heart Tribe. And so if you want a free, check out the community of Periscope community of Perry girls, check out perrygirls.com. And then you can download the marketing jumpstart kit at Brandon Blossom. Okay, so today my scope is about museums and products, and there was not a whole lot of space for me to type in and explain what all of this means, but I'm going to talk about why what museums can teach us about our handmade product collection. So here's the thing about our product line, and when we make goods, we make products, we kind of tend to get kind of crazy with the number of products that we offer and the number of products that we have available in our stores. And we like to make, some people like to make everything under the sun. And when you have too much product, you overwhelm your customers. So what I want you to do is really look at your product line and really think about which of your products can really tell us a story. So when you go to a museum and you see these pieces, it's a doll or a cup or whatever. Especially I hope I'm saying it right, anthropological museums, where they talk about, like, let's say a culture, and they have kind of the cup is on display, or a broom is on display, but it's a broom, but it tells a story. What about that product? What does that mean? And why is it important? Why is it important? Why is it significant? If you can think of your products as being kind of in a museum display case, let's say for me, I have, my candles. It's kind of it's a little far-fetched. Okay, I'll give you that. It is kind of crazy. It's a little far-fetched, but I want you to get the gist of what I'm trying to say, is that, I want to be able to put that piece in a place and be able to tell a story about why it exists and why it's important, why is it significant. If you have too much product, and museums are very spacious, you'll notice that there's a lot of white space between, and I say white space, it's just space, between each picture, or between each sculpture or, piece of artwork. It's all very spaced out because we want you to the museums want you to be completely focused on the object that's in front of you. You don't want to see a whole lot of clutter. If there is products together, it may be some kind of display. Like I talked about the broom and the cup or whatever. It may be like a living room or something, a living space, and it has all of those products together. But you'll notice the little placards or the cards are placed in front of each item. So it'll be like a room collectively, but then there's little placards in front of each little object that kind of tells you what, what that broom means, what that cup means. And so brooms and cups don't mean a whole lot by itself, but when it's telling a story, then we're interested. Then we're like, okay, so, this broom was something that they used in the early, whatever, 1800s, 1700s, that sort of thing. Or, it may be some kind of cup that's made out of silver because that's all they had at the time. I don't know. But, the idea is that your products need to be significant. They need to be important. They need to have a reason to be inside of your shop other than just to make money. Because people really don't buy products for the sake of buying products. They kind of buy products kind of either behind the based on what the story is or how it makes them feel, or a combination of the both of them. So I'm trying to relate back to my company. I sell handmade candles, and they're made with essential oils, and they're for people with perfume sensitivities. Now, this candle by itself is not, this is not really going to be in any kind of museum anytime soon, but it can stand alone, and it does tell a story. This one is cinnamon orange. But anyways, the reason why I choose, I think I only had, last time I sold at a fair, I think I only had 8 fragrances altogether. I had 4 of my standard fragrances, and I had 4 of my holiday fragrances, and each of them had a specific use. The cinnamon orange is actually, to be honest, is more of a fun, sweet fragrance because I do tend to sell aromatherapy based kind of candles, and so lavender is great for people with migraines. It's soothing, it has a fresh floral scent, and it's imported, it's it's true French lavender. You know, it's lavender that's from France, and so it kind of tells a story about, you know, you have pictures of lavender fields and, you know, the stuff being harvested by some French farmer. You know, it kind of has that story. And then I have other fragrances like eucalyptus, which is great for colds. Okay, so yeah, it's great for colds. It's not that great of a story, but it is soothing and it's great to have. And I have a reason for each of the fragrances inside of my store. I don't have a whole lot of, and I really don't have any synthetic fragrances. So, and essential oils are inherently more, what's the word? I don't want to say more expensive, but they're definitely pricier than synthetic fragrances. And so when I make a product, I have to have a reason to do it, because I don't want to spend a whole bunch of money investing in some kind of essential oil that's not going to be a whole lot of use either to my customers or just a fragrance that I simply don't like. And so what some people tend to do when we first start out, we tend to want to experiment with a lot of product and say like, oh, hey, I got this new, you know, banana fragrance, or I got this new apple pie fragrance. And so we make a whole lot of products, and that's okay in the beginning. That's okay in the beginning to have a whole lot of product, a whole lot of variety, but you don't need to sell everything that you make. You want to put out your best product. Another analogy that I want you to think about is, you know, musicians and their CDs, how they only have like, say, 10 to 15 tracks per CD. There's not really more than 20 tracks on a CD, and they might do like a double CD or something like that. But when you think about, these are 3 to 4 minute songs that they chose, and they probably have way more songs, you know, kind of hidden somewhere. I don't want to say hidden, but, you know, just way more songs that they've had that they probably made or produced. But only these 11 songs made it onto the CD. Why is that? It's because it's the best of what they had to offer. The rest of the songs that they had either were probably too much like anything that they already did, or didn't have a whole lot of meaning behind it. And so, you know, when people are putting music out there, or they're creating their CDs, there's a reason behind everything that they do. And same thing with your store. You don't want to get too crazy and overwhelm people with the amount of product that you have in your store. You want to provide them with the best of what you have to offer. And on the other side of it, you know, when you're offering the best that you have to offer, you're not putting out products that's poor quality or product that you don't believe in. Everything that you put out there you should be 100% behind. You should be 100% excited for the product that you're putting inside of your shop. If you're kind of half-hearted about it, people are going to see that and they're not going to buy from you, because they're like, well, if she doesn't believe in it, why should I believe in it? Okay, so that's really all I have for you today. This was one of my off-the-cuff, I just kind of thought of this in my head earlier today, kind of scopes. So this one was a little less structured than what I usually do. But if you enjoyed this, thank you so much. You can go ahead and give me some hearts if you enjoyed this, or share this out to your friends and followers if you think that they would enjoy this. And again, you can always get my free marketing jumpstart kit at brandonblossom.com. Thank you so much for those hearts, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, bye-bye.